I have been with my grandparents from birth, whether they were my primary caretakers or playmates or companions or sounding boards. They've played a really huge role in my life. As I've entered my 30s and they have entered their 80s and 90s, our roles have reversed. And this is what I'm talking about today. Welcome to Kanika's Corner, and my topic today is aging with my grandparents. Seeing someone close to you lose their ability to do things, whether it's because of an illness or a medical issue or just age, is really difficult and really not nice to go through, but you don't have a choice. As my grandparents entered their 80s, they started finding it difficult to do regular tasks. We were all working at that point, and running around in different circles. So when they needed assistance with either folding clothes or switching on the TV or things like that, we started helping. And before we knew it, we were no longer assisting them. We were actually doing the whole task for them. As I look back to what we did over the last few years, I realized what a big mistake we made. Instead of taking the time to do part of the task for them and then encouraging them to do the rest, we just took over doing the whole thing. What this has resulted in is in them, losing the ability to do those tasks purely because they haven't done it in some time. They have the cognitive function, they have the physical ability, but it's just that they haven't practiced it over many years and therefore, no longer know how to do it. Even simple things like, they've become so wholly dependent on us that which channel to put, right? If you ask that question, the answer back to us is, which one should we watch? Right? When we say, is the volume okay? Do you want it higher or lower? The question back to us is it okay? It is possible that you can make them too dependent on us. More than that, I think we affect the way of their independent thinking, of them actually looking at what do they want and then telling us about that. Another part of growing older is keeping yourself continuously and meaningfully engaged. My grandparents have been, caretakers for so many years, even up till their 70s, where they were financially responsible and physically responsible for many members of the family. It kept them satisfied and fulfilled. Now, as we all started growing older, we started becoming adults and needed less interaction and supervision from the adults around us. Their roles changed. We wanted them to relax, enjoy retirement, chill out, do nothing, just enjoy the garden, sit and watch all of us. Little did we realize that actually their life purpose was going away and their motivations were changing. Such a crucial thing of how to keep themselves engaged and active, and you have your mind active and your body active. All of that changed within just a few years. Various medical issues are also plaguing my grandparents. Alzheimer's for one and long-term diabetes for the other. Now, this is where our role as the younger generation turning into caretakers comes in. The nature of their illnesses means that one of us has to constantly be there with them. Between my mother, aunt, father, brother and me, one of us is always around. We have wonderful assistants who are there to take care of them and who are so affectionate towards them. But when one of them needs convincing to do something, or we have to say something for the umpteenth time, that's where we come in, right? Because after all, we are family and we have all made this commitment to take care of each other. It's been, becoming a caretaker for my grandparents has been one of the most difficult roles I've played. Absolutely challenging and heartbreaking at times to see, where they have reached and where they used to be when they used to be my primary caregivers. But, you just have to do it. You have to grit your teeth and do it. There are times when it's really frustrating and irritating because we're just doing this day in and day out. And the way that I've realized for us to go through that moment is to just remember what they did for us when we were younger and how calm they were throughout all of our tantrums, right? So if we sort of pull up our patience reserves by doing that. We definitely help them by not getting annoyed at them and just dealing with the situation as is. It is true what they say, that you go through the stages of teenagehood and childhood again in reverse as you grow older. We are noticing similar aspects in my grandparents. The biggest difference between them and my 2-year-old is that they have invaluable life experiences that make dealing with situations more challenging, because they remember all of those learnings and what they have done and who they are, and then trying to calm things down at that point can be that little bit more difficult. I'm really grateful that I have my grandparents with me as I get ready to deliver baby number 2, and feel really fortunate that my 2-year-old has had a chance to interact with them. They've seen her grow up into a fun and cheerful baby, and so many different things have happened over the last 2 years with them. It is, of course, really difficult to watch them suffer and know that there's nothing you can do to alleviate their mental and physical suffering. But all part of growing old, right? 2 things that I've learned from watching my grandparents grow older. We need to allow our seniors to be as independent as possible in all of their tasks, especially their self-care tasks. The more independent they are, the more that they do, the more that they practice these skills, the better they are as they grow older. The second point is that I think all of us, we become very busy with our work and family lives, between our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And we say no time for hobbies. But I think it's crucial for all of us to have hobbies that we love and enjoy, because this is what keeps us going as family responsibilities wane, as we retire from our jobs. It's important to find something else that is as fulfilling, meaningful, satisfying as those earlier decades were. I cherish every moment that I have with my grandparents in whatever we do and whatever we can do together. And I look forward to whatever time we have left with them. And with that, this is how aging with my grandparents has been over the last few years. What have your experiences with your grandparents been? Or if you are a grandparent, how has it been for you? I look forward to hearing from all of you about that. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe.